Good morning and welcome back to Coffee with ServiceNerd. Let me just make my mic a bit better. Woo! Are you still there? You're still there. I have a problem with the cable. Keeps popping out. Right, let's see if we've actually gone live this morning. Are we live? Are we live? I don't know whether we're live. It says we are. It says we're streaming. We are live. Okay, that's fine. All right, let me bring that up in the studio thing so I can just see in case anyone joins me. Usual regulars, perhaps. Okay, we're there. Right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. This is where if you haven't joined before, this is where I just have a coffee and sort out my day / life. So, what we're doing today. Right, okay. First thing I'm going to do is I had an email at the weekend which tells me that my PDI is about to expire, so let's go and sort that out. I did notice a lot of noise on LinkedIn around Vancouver now being available. I did think about posting something, but I thought, I don't know, maybe everyone else has done that. We are. Okay, ServiceNerd developer. What else am I going to do? We're going to look at some correspondence as well. I know there's a couple of people that have messaged me on YouTube and on LinkedIn, actually, and I've been really naughty. I do apologise. I haven't responded just yet. I've just been so busy. So let me go, as always, Americana. So let me go sort out my Vancouver PDI. What did we have last week? We had all the meetups that were happening around the world. No, the London meetup happened. I unfortunately didn't go, but I did see some pics. It looked pretty good. Some absolute fantastic swag I saw from Thedera there. No advertising. I'm just extending my PDI if you're just joining. Extending? No, I'm going to try and get Vancouver. Let's see if there's a 10,000 person waitlist on this one. And if you're just joining, tell me how the mic's doing. I'm trying a different setting. Don't feel afraid to say hi. So let's try and get a Vancouver PDI. Yeah, so we had the meetups last week. We also had the webinar, the tech webinar by, I'm just looking at, what's that? The stream's current bitrate is whatever. Don't even know what that means. Do I have to change something in OBS? Let me just check. Let me just check something in OBS. Settings. I don't even know what it means. It's not doing anything. Stream. The thing is, I've got an awesome connection now. I'll sort that out later. Do it at some point. As long as you can hear me, it's semi all right, I think. Yeah, it was last time. Right. Yes, we had the Vancouver tech platform enhancements by Earl, Pranav, Lauren, and Chuck last week. I don't know. It's a demo masterclass, isn't it? Really, these guys are on point. Obviously they know what they're saying. There's a lot of research that goes behind it, but it's so good, so well put together. Did feel a little bit sorry for Chuck at the end, who had a bit of a stooge part to play and kind of missed the slide. But it happens, right? It happens. Hopefully that showed you it happens to the best of us. So what do I pick from that? So I made some notes. Let's see if I've got my notes. And I'll tell you my top picks. I am in my developer site, by the way. I'm trying to wake the instance up, and then I can start upgrading it, perhaps. So my top picks for Vancouver, and then I've got something else exciting to tell you about. My top picks. My number one spot has to go to the go back to Flow Logic and Flow Designer. So it says you're not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What are you doing? Let's talk. Right, okay. I'm getting distracted. Let's talk Vancouver, and then I'll try and sort that out because it's annoying. I can see a yellow error. So, I can start building. So my topic has it. Yeah, go back to Inflow Designer, right? So I've been on the platform for about 12 years, and very used to the old the workflow editor. I'm not sure I could say old. The workflow editor. And one of the big things in there is you had the rollback functionality, which you've used for things like approvals many, many times. Flow Designer never had that, and it was just another. I think it was just another reason that people didn't want to move towards Flow. And I think now I say that maybe there's still a misconception about what Flow or Flow Designer is to be used for, right? Because it's not just a direct replacement for Workflow Editor. It can supersede things like business rules, script includes. If you think about it, script include, we have a script with loads of functions in. That is easily translatable to a flow or a subflow with a load of actions in, right? Repeatable functions. So don't forget scheduled jobs as well. So it has many, many kind of use cases. And I think this is just another step forward to help people move from the workflow editor over to Flow Designer. So that was my number one. My number two was another Flow Designer thing. Okay, my instance has woke up. Let's see if I can do something. Let's see if I can upgrade. I'll share my screen for this bit so you can see what I'm doing. Full camera. What are you doing? That one. Can you see? Yeah, so start building. Right, okay, let's see if we can upgrade. Yeah, my other one is the performance improvements. Where are we going? Where's upgrade? Upgrade. Is the performance... Oh, Vancouver. Upgrade. Is there a wait list? Hit the button. Okay, we're away. We are away. Let's see how long it takes. But the performance improvements with Flow Designer, massive, massive hit for me. It was always a bit of a pain when you're loading stuff. It just takes a while to load. So performance improvements with Flow Designer was another one. The other little thing, again, it was another Flow Designer thing, was the whole front page, the recent activity, the homepage on Flow Designer. I think it's brilliant. So for me, it's the little things, right? It's the little things, because I guess it's the little things. Let me just move that so I can kind of slouch down and get a bit more comfortable. I guess it's the little things. When I see these upgrades, the new version of ServiceNerd, and you have to wait till you get the full release notes and things like change and incident and all the different modules and processes. But the first taster we have is around the. Can you still hear me? Let me move that. The first taster we have is around the techie bits and the bits for devs and admins. And I think the bits for me that always go down well, that kind of I like, are the bits I know I'm going to use on a regular basis. So Gen AI was mentioned, right? And Chuck did a bit of a show and tell at the end. And it was shown knowledge in terms of, text to code and summarization on case records. I think that's fantastic. I think it's brilliant. My fear is with the pricing model that we don't yet know, is that going to be priced out of the market for regular customers? Meaning, as a dev, am I going to be able to get my hands on it in a real world situation much at this stage? I'm not sure. I think with most things, after, morning Dimitar. I think after, perhaps a few releases, again, let me just put this caveat out there. In terms of licensing, how much it costs, don't ask me, don't know, speak to your account manager, usual gubbins. But I think after a few versions, maybe that might be sorted out. But that's why when I watch these webinars that they did on Vancouver, like they did on Vancouver last week, I like the little things, like performance improvements in Flow Designer. Epic, love it. So the little things for me are where it's at. Right, let's see if I can sort out this streaming thing. I only get a chance to do this while I'm actually streaming, because otherwise I'm doing lots of work, aren't I? I'm working. So let's see. There's some kind of setting that I can say how many things to stream. Output. It's there. Bitrate 9,000. Bitrate 9,000. There's a calculator somewhere, isn't there? Am I still sharing my screen? I could do, what am I doing? Okay. Ooh. Okay, hang on. Stream bit rate calculator, that's it. Okay. I set this up before. Upload speed, mine's 150. I think it was. It might even be 190. Can I type that? 150. Ugh. Output frames per second. I don't want 60. Do I want 60? I don't know. I don't know what any of this means. Right, let's just leave it like that. 150. Bit rate. Streams recommended bit rates 9. I have got 150. No, I haven't. Let me go 180. Let me go 180. If anyone knows what I'm actually doing, just shout up. 180. Streams max bits rate. So it's high of. Okay, right. Let's change this then. If you're just joining, this isn't a how to set up your stream. This is just me just having a coffee and a general chat. Let me do the settings, output, stream. I reckon that's still all right. It should be all right. 9,000. Should we drop to 8,000? See if you all drop off. Let's just do that then. Let's do that. If you drop off, I do apologise. Apply. Go. Right. Anywho, let's keep it back on. Upgrade still in progress. Let's move you lot back over here. Can I still see you? I can. My favourite is definitely the go back. Dimitar, I'm with you. 100% with you. I did say something at the start that no one was here to talk to me, but you're here now. So James and I, if you haven't noticed, James and I, in terms of the Service Ducks podcast, we finished season 1, and we're just setting up season 2. So why did we put them in seasons? We did that because we both got families, we both got busy lives, kids. It's summer holidays. And we decided to put a season 1 so we could end season 1, have a bit of a break, and then come for season 2. I guess the downside, not the downside, the thing with podcasts, if you don't do that, the big part of a podcast is its regularity. If people expect it every Wednesday or every Wednesday and Friday and the regular cadence. So we decided to put a season in so then we could change that regularity if we wanted to at the end of season 1 into season 2. Okay, so waffle, we are currently recording for season 2. There's going to be some changes. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. One thing I'm going to say, we've got more interviews coming up. We have, on Friday, really exciting. We interviewed and it didn't feel like an interview. We had a really good conversation with one of the ServiceNerd dev advocates. I'm not going to say who it is. But we had a fantastic conversation with them on Friday, talked about what it means to be a dev advocate, how they got there, what their Vancouver picks are, and many other things. And they entertained us with some of our games that we play with our guests. However, and it comes to my point, the point I was going to make, Dimitar, is again, I mentioned to them, I said, what they don't know, and I gave this person the feedback that those demonstrations or the presentations that they do on new releases are on point. They're really good, but they can see the chats coming through on their Zoom call, but they don't see the interaction we have between ourselves. So Dimitar, I don't know who you work for or whether you work for anyone, or even if you have a chat up with your colleagues or mates and you just kind of, it's just the reactions like, I like that, don't like that, send a GIF here and a meme there or whatever, right? And they don't see that. So I passed that on and I did make them guess what got the biggest round of applause from this channel I was on. And to come to my point, it was Dimitar, the go back activity. That was met with, I'm not going to say raucous applause. I think that's bigging it up a bit, but it was met with the biggest gasp and round of applause. So absolutely agree. My favorite was go back to activity as well. So I'm with you. Okay, this little yellow error that I had on the stream thing has now stopped. Instance upgrade in progress. Okay, right. The next thing I'm going to do, let me stop sharing because I'm going to go to, just so you can see me. Who doesn't want to see that? The interaction. Yeah. No, I'm with you. It again, it was something that they were surprised here when I told them on Friday that we had these conversations, and that's the thing I enjoy, right? Is because we're all. It doesn't matter whether you work for this partner, that partner, a customer, or whatever. At the end of the day, we're all just techies. We're all just nerds that have got the same kind of passion, right? We're all just like to do a job, and it really showed. It was nice. One day, maybe Flow Line will have functionality that's nearly as good. Don't say that. Don't say that. You're not allowed to say that, apparently. When we were talking to this particular dev advocate on Friday, they mentioned the word old school when it came to workflow editor. I was like, I don't know whether you're allowed to say that. Is it legacy? Is it old school? Is it? Do we just call it better? No, you can't say that. You can't say that. But I am with you though. At least for now. Right. So what was I going to do? Go to there's someone that messaged me on YouTube, and they asked me about. Yes, and I do believe that was the purpose of starting these live chats. Yeah, to be fair. So, to be honest, what was the purpose of me starting this? Because, do you know what it is? Because in the morning, I get ready for the day, right? And I don't know, probably like everyone, I sort out what I'm going to do today, what meetings I've got, go on LinkedIn, check out new release notes, just do general stuff. And I thought, well, I may as well just live stream it. I can chat to someone because I don't work in an office anymore. I'm always at home. I thought at least I'll chat to someone. So if you ever fancy just joining me on a video, I can hook you up on Riverside or OBS, and we can just generally chat anyway. But I don't really plan these. I just wake up in the morning and decide let's do one. Right, okay. What was I going to do? Right, okay. So someone messaged me a couple of times, so I will respond to them today. Let's see what they said. I did a flow design, so sticking on the flow designer topic. I did a flow designer video nearly 2 years ago, and it is bizarre, right? Because this flow designer shows how to hook flow designer into catalog item. So how to use flow designer as as perhaps you would do in a workflow editor. And it's bizarre that there's not that many videos around that do that, to be honest with you. I think it was just taken for granted. So I just did that. It was about 2 years ago, a long time ago. And they've asked me a question on it. I've never been asked that question before. And it was like, what does it say? Let me see. On 12:45, so that's the minute into the video, I'm unable to get manager option as there is no options available showing from the name. So I've not been asked that before, which means it must be there, right? Otherwise, loads of people have asked. It's got 37,000 views on this video, so it must be there. 12:45. Let's go and watch it. Let me turn the sound off because I don't know. It's been 2 years. Let's turn that sound off. If anyone knows or fancies doing it and answering this person, go for it. Anyway, what are people working on? I'm doing some ITOM stuff at the minute. Bit of discovery, bit of event management. Right, okay. 12:45, did I say? God, this video is over half an hour long. That's a bit weird for me. Right, 12:45. Let's see. 12:45. Okay, hang on. Right. Let's do some. Let's share. Right. Okay. I'm not very good at this, am I? I don't mind. Brand. Okay, that one. Right. Okay. So this is a video. ServiceNerd Flow Designer creating a catalog item flow. And the question was at 12:45 they don't have the manager option. So let's go. Okay, let's do that. So hopefully people can see a bit more. Ugh. Right. 12:45. So this is about approval. Add manual. Click on there. This is just, I don't remember. Okay, so this is getting catalog variables name, so that'll be the record. So just right, okay. So if they haven't got the manager option, it just means they've not put whoa, what have I done there? That just means the variable they've added is not a reference to the user table. Job done, I think. Oh, if you've just joined, good morning. We've got 5 minutes left before I'm going to start to do stuff. Right, so just to what am I doing? I don't know. Here, there we go. Dimitar, I don't know how far you are behind me, as in terms of the stream. I think it might be a couple of minutes. I don't know. Let's just carry on. Right, so I'm going to reply to this guy. What else have I got? Do you know what else I've been asked to do in the last couple of weeks? Is I've been asked to review CVs. So this, how far have I got? This far. Nice, it works. But yeah, I've been asked to review a couple of CVs, actually. 3 CVs now I've done in the last 2 weeks. And these aren't from people like I know or have worked with in the past. I mean, one of them is that I've worked with in the past. But these are to kind of review CVs in order to bring them into the, I don't want to say the modern world, but you know what I mean? Just spice them up a little bit. A lot of people, and I will say this actually, a lot of people with CVs tend to list things that they've done, like managed 3 people, implemented ITOM, you know, good team player, stuff like that. But I think we're now at the stage where we need to start saying, well, so what? Right, so implemented ITOM. So, right, great. I can do that. I can go on Now Learning and do it. So it's kind of, you've implemented it and therefore it's done this. Or what have you achieved from it? So it's a kind of outcome based. So anyway, so I've been looking at people's CVs, which has been a bit new to me. It's quite interesting. Right, so let's wrap up. Let me respond to this this guy. I've got some notes on the community as well. Although I'm not as active in the ServiceNerd community as I should be. Do you guys comment much or reply or go on the ServiceNerd community? I don't know. Dimitar, how long have you been in the industry for? And is it, what are we saying? Citizen? We go for Citizen? Yeah, we'll say that. Seen some horrifying one-page CVs from an elite partner in the last week or so. Tell you absolutely nothing about their work experience, but extremely flashy looking. Yeah, well. One-page CVs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. I think style over substance, that doesn't always work. I think is that there's a balance. Because you're always told, weren't you, to make your CV stand out, but it's kind of like a uniform at school when it was non-uniform day. So uniform, basically, you're all wearing the same kind of stuff. But non-uniform day at school, everyone went in jeans and t-shirt, therefore creating their own uniform. So you don't really stand out. Since 2015, I started with a move up to get to ServiceNow in 2016. Okay. Interview is essential. No, 100% agree. 100% agree. Oh, okay. So, no one said what they're working on at the minute. What kind of stuff are you working on? ITSM, CSM, field service, bit of this, bit of that. Dipping in, dipping out. 1 minute left, and then I'm going to sign off and start the meetings for the day. There's another question. How many meetings do you have in a day? I'll say that. Yes, log on with your other account. So no, yes, do that. Do that, or at least just drop me a message on LinkedIn. essentially, everyone I think almost everywhere started with like OTSM. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Interesting, right? And this is the last thing I'm going to say before I log off for the day. But interestingly, I put a post on LinkedIn the other week, and it was kind of, so I've done ITIL V3, and I did lots of the intermediate courses as well, operations, transition, all that kind of stuff. Oh, you're right, Dan. You're right. I do know. I do know, Daniel. But yeah, so I did lots of the ITIL stuff, and I put a post on LinkedIn. It was very much kind of, do we think that an ITIL certification is crucial for ServiceNow developers? And I guess I missed the phrasing because well, no, I didn't really. But it sparked a lot of debate around, and it was a poll. It was quite interesting that 60% of the people said yes. I think 30% said no, and the other 10 just said it's old school, right? But it started a bit of a debate. I think I retracted my initial statement. I'm not necessarily sure it's crucial, but I think, Dimitar, I think an ITIL foundational understanding is, because ServiceNow is built around ITIL, right? That's at its core. So I think understanding that allows you as a developer to be, for me, I don't want to use it's my live stream, more useful in things like workshops, requirements gatherings, so you can absolutely question and understand processes. And I think the foundation it gave me is understanding kind of processes themselves, so they all have inputs and outputs. There's stuff that happens in the middle, there's the RACI matrix, all that lovely stuff that I'm sure you can get outside of ITIL training, but that's where I got mine. Anyway, we are now at 1 minute past 9. Daniel, really good to see you, mate. You can use either account now. I know who you are. It doesn't really matter anyway. We'll just chat away and just talk rubbish. That's me, by the way. Anyway, guys, have a great day. And I'll probably do another one next week while I'm setting up for the week. But have a great day. As always, it's good to have people chatting along, drinking a coffee, just talking absolute nonsense. I'll see you next time.